So let me see about the critical um, the critical appraisal for the categories of for the analysis technique. So in the critical appraisal of the category analysis, the whole whatever the whole concept will be there of the household trip which has been generated. So that has to be make very simple, so simple to analyze, simple to adopt, and to make the changes. So this technique, the where the categories are there, so these techniques, the whatever the household categories are there, so there is a certain social economical characteristics will also be there. So there, for that it is also be it should be also be considered for this analysis. So unlike very regression analysis technique, so it has to be a data type of the analysis of the sensors that should also be taken into consideration. So in this data, so sensors, what can be, it is be sensors, it is been done, so that should be the directly whatever it will be there, so that should be it should be kept, and whatever that data should be used over the time to time, and that will be whatever it has been spent on house interview survey. So that data should be made effort to incorporate in this type of the analysis in this technique. So whatever the computations are very that should be very simpler to understand and simple to analyze. So this whatever the data, whatever it is being used in this analysis technique, so that should be simulates, that can be we do the simulations in the human behavior more in the realistic way, than the using the zonal aggression, or the process which has been normally which has been employed in the regression analysis. The following are the some of the disadvantages of the in this techniques are, so it is very difficult to test in the statistical significance of the various explanatory in the variables. So wherever the it can this method, all the methods which contains many advantage and disadvantage also, but the one of the major advantage of this is that is very simple, so very simple analysis, and very techniques can be adopted from time to time. So that is one of the major advantage of this technique. But this it is very but one of the another one difficult in this method is where the this technique where statistically where it makes very where require it is significance, we for the various variables will be there, for there it feels difficulty. So that is the one of the major disadvantages. Apart from that, there is a whatever the techniques are there, so whatever normally uh, for any cases, for any studies, so whatever it is been studied which has been made earlier, so there should be some correction should be made for from past to future or current. So that possible, so that is making makes some that will be difficult in this technique. So that is another one disadvantage. And third one is wherever there is a variables, new variables will be arised, so that cannot be introduced in the future data. So new variables cannot be introduced in a future data, so that is the major disadvantage of this technique. So whatever the larger samples are there, so that is needed to assign for the where the large number of the trips and or the samples which has been comes into picture, there the the trip rates whatever it is there, so that will usually varies from one category to another category. So that should be needed to taken into consideration for assigning the trip rates, but it is not there in this method. So this is what the major disadvantage of this categories analysis. So apart from that, the rest of the analysis, whatever it has been made, so it is quite easy and reliable, and very simpler type of the analysis, simple type of the regression analysis technique which has been used in this uh, category analysis technique. So that's about the category analysis technique.